Okay, all, welcome to what will be my first instance of the Infinite Dungeon for Tales of Maj'Eyal. So, I figure I'll note that I've never actually done the Infinite Dungeons before. I did make a character to start, but I decided to not do anything with it because of the simple reason that I found like there's a sign immediately jumping into a dungeon. So, I figure I'll wait before, doing this in case there's going to be a bit of lore to pick up. Anyhow, here's the plan. We're going to start a character. I'm going to make it Cornac Arcane Blade. And we're just going to see how far I get before I die. Alright, so it's been a long time since I played Arcane Blade, let alone a Cornac. Cornac's basically to get an extra category point instead of having racials. And for the Arcane Blade, that's sort of good because you basically pick up, two-handed assault or shield defense or something like this right away. It's also superiority down here, but you need to have some strength to pick that one up. And from the get-go, I'm going to put some points. I'm going to basically take points here out of Flame for now. I'm going to start to aim to get like stuff in the Earth towns for now. Basically, this is for Arcane Blades. If you never actually played them before, basically how they work. They use short combat spells like fire or lightning to basically do damage to stuff. Basically, I have this ability called Arcane Combat. So basically, whenever I hit stuff with a melee weapon, I have a chance. Right now, it's basically 1 in 4 chance. So I'll basically use a melee attack to cast an offensive spell as a free action on a target. And essentially, I'll cast a spell. And that could be either fire, earth, or lightning, basically. And the spells I can use can be like Pulverizing Augur or Urban Missile. Actually, you know what? No, that's too bad. I would like to pick this up right away, but whatever. So something that basically you can do with like the Arcane Blade is that you can make use of like urban missiles down here to basically just destroy stuff. Though since I can't do that right away, here's what I'm gonna do for the Arcane Blade. I'm not sure if you can reset your skills in like the Infinite Dungeon because of the fact that you don't have towns or anything. So instead, let's get a bit of rush. I'm going to basically pick up 2 in assault here. We'll get this up a little bit. We'll start making use of the two-handed assault stuff down here to sort of keep myself alive. I'm basically going to act like a bulwark, or not bulwark, a berserker for a little bit, starting the game. Sure, we'll take that. Let's put 1 in there. Alright, so here we go. Welcome to Tales of Maj'Eyal. Welcome, Deviant Infant. You have arrived in the Infant Dungeon. Your life outside did not satisfy you, so you came here to look for adventure. While you know this is a one-way trip, you hope to go in a blaze of glory. Go forth, venture into a desolate dungeon, and see how far you can get before the end. And there's like basically it always just like sign it basically popped up right away, so this is why it didn't like play anything. But anyways, lore found: The Hunter and the Hunted, Chapter 1. Branzir was the mightiest of Shotro hunters, and his fame was known at every far portal. He could run for days without rest, cross-train no others would dare to pass, and had senses more keen than all the wildest animals of Yal. It was for this reason that Kal-Dazar came to him at the forest keep and beseeched him to join in the god hunt. At first Branzir refused, for he said he was not one to meddle in such mighty affairs, and he wanted but peace to hunt and fend for his family. But Kal-Dazar convinced him that his life of peace was not possible whilst the schemes and machinations of the gods continued, and so reluctantly Branzir accepted, and took in his hands the great sword Maldrif. Upon his shoulders was laid the title of Godslayer. In the great god hunt that followed, Brenzier became the most fervent of the god slayers, and would not sleep nor rest while a hunt was on. He it was that chased the troll spawner Urh'Rok through the snow-capped mountains of Pertolius and broke his back on the highest peak. He it was that tracked the Blightweaver Zakdocht through the howling vales of Anvion, and trapped him and followed him, and cut him into 7 pieces to be cast into the Glogring lakes. And it was that was tasked with finding and killing Ralkor the Deceptor, god of charms and illusions, who had taken hiding amongst the lizard races. So basically, this is a story of the guy who's chasing after his god. The god is the one who basically made this dungeon, by the way. So all the stuff that's basically being spawned in here is just through the machinations of the deceptive god. Alright, I don't need this right away. Let's put this over here. The mana source room is going to be really important, by the way, because it basically lets me regenerate mana. I'm not going to be using mana for the first little bit, but it's good to have you around. Let's go like this. And we're just going to try and do a... Wow, this guy hurting already. Quite a bit. Well, I just died already. And it's gonna die here. Alright, let's I probably should have done the same character, but whatever. Alright, maybe I'll go for a more generic start here. And this is a normal adventure, by the way. I think I'll actually go with Roguelike, perhaps. Alright, so basically how to usually start, you start with flame and such, so I guess I'll actually make use of this for the early bit. The problem is I probably won't be able to take this out, so I'll be stuck with having flame, unfortunately. But whatever, I'll just have to deal with it. Basically, because I have flame, I'll be using the flame spells for my arcane combat, which is, not ideal, but, it's just gonna have to be how it is for this character. Let's get Rush. And I'll just hold off on that stuff for now. Now, I wonder if that's just because the monsters are tougher at this point, or if I'm just really weak, or what happened there. Alright, so there's that thing. So, I'll note that there's been a new update recently, so... That's something to make use of. I could use that healing infusion, perhaps. Maybe I'll do that. I'll use this. I'll use my free category point to basically get access to this. Make use of the infusion for now. Now, basically, how the dungeon works. The infinite dungeon is essentially an infinite dungeon. It basically is like, completely random. So you're basically following like the sort of like, Dreadfall dungeon scheme. And everything that happens is going to be basically randomized. All the monsters that appear will be randomized. I think I just died there because at first monsters are really tough. But everything else is fairly easy to fight. And I say that as this thing pops in. I completely forgot to do this, and this is one of the bad things I hate about this this character. You have to basically activate this right away. Alright, let's go blast you. Oh, cool. So you may select a spell for arcane combat to automatically trigger when melee attacks. Otherwise, select random spell to have spell select automatically with each attack. That's nice. So it actually changed it so arcane combat actually works a little bit better. Cool. It used to be that you didn't really have a choice for what you triggered, so that's kind of nice. You basically trigger what you want to do with it now, which is nice. Alright, let's get arcane reconstruction so I can basically heal myself. And For class points, I'll basically get more of this. For now. So how the Arcane Blade works, by the way, it's sort of like, you know, a mix of like melee and spells. You basically automatically cast spells in combat, though if you want to, you can also cast them from fire. Like so. Now, basically when you use them, basically you'll see like this go on cooldown, or this go on cooldown right when I hit stuff. What is this? A giant eels. That's what they look like when they're out of water. So yeah, basically the monsters, it makes no rhyme or reason to what's being used against me. Alright, you're difficult. Yeah, if it's difficult, I can just range stuff. So. Alright, here's a random guy, human guard. Yes, there's even human guards to fight. Har har. Alright, let's go try and stun him. He didn't get stunned, unfortunately. This guy's a little free. Yeah, it's a nice thing about using spells. I can do that sort of to kill him stuff. That's too tough. The Arcane Blade. Oh, we got ourselves a mummy and we got ourselves a Lossigroth. Alright, well, there's another level. Let's get a little bit more fire, perhaps. No, let's get more of this. So I'll note that every time I basically increase my arcane combat ability, this lets me trigger more spells more often, which is good. And you basically, what you're doing here with like the Arcane Blade, you're basically using your mixture of points between like these magical combat spells, the physical combat spells eventually, and like magical abilities more or less. And yeah, I really haven't used this character in a long, long time, this type of character. Let's go for this for now. Put this over here. So I'll note that there's stairs that we'll basically find every so often. They'll appear eventually. And look at that, there's my control vault. So if I want to, I can find stuff to basically put into the vault or take out. Cool. That's an interesting feature to have in the endless dungeon. There's a Yake. Mindslayer monster. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty damn big map, to say the least. But eventually, you'll find stairs. So yeah, something about the stairs is they never generate a stairs that goes up. There's only stairs that go down in these dungeons. So I'm only ever going to go down, not up. And wield. Let's put this on. Put this on. This on. Get rid of all that stuff now. Oh, another guard to kill. Alright, so you saw that basically pop off there, that flame. So that's basically how the arcane combat works. You'll basically cast spells automatically when you basically lose stuff. Alright, there's someone who's deadly. I get dazed. I don't want to get hit by the Urban missile, so avoid that. Alright, more points. Let's get a little bit more of this. And boost up strength a little bit more, I guess. We're more or less, I'm more or less, doing both a mix of basically hitting stuff with melee and hitting stuff with spells, but for the most part, I think right at the early part of the game, I want to get my strength up more so than my spells. A degenerate skeleton archer. A frail skeleton, just about only bones that aren't cracked are its arms. It's missing a hand, but notch has been carved into its wrist to let it pull back a bowstring regardless. So there's a new monster I've never seen before. I don't know if these monsters are new monsters that got added for what is it? The new update, or if they are only if it doesn't specialize because they haven't played the main campaign yet. Oh, that's gonna be dangerous. Off balance. Do this. This is painful. This is just painful. Okay, that one's dead. Yeah, dragons are no joke. They're no joke at all. Alright, that one died. So there's a new regeneration rune I can look at. His maul's not really like great, so don't worry about it. Now, I'm not sure it really matters if you transmogrify stuff or not in this type of, this type of game. You don't exactly have shops or anything to spend money at, so. Alright, well there's level 2 out of the way. I probably should have kept that regeneration room, but whatever. I think I'll probably find better at some point. Sure. Cool, another level. Alright, let's go maybe drop a couple points right here. Arcane cunning, you see, basically you spill power based on your cunning. So basically for the Arcane Blade, their main stats are like, strength and magic for like damage and such. But you can also use like cunning as like a third stat to get more damage. So get one of those for now. And we'll just keep boosting this up for a little bit. Electric eel. Guess it glows in the dark, the electric eel. A little bit of lag there. Here's an apprentice mage. You only see these guys in England, but why not? I'll fight the bastard. Oh, he hits hard. Of course, he's got Arcane Blast. Or Frost, or whatever it is that it's called. So as you can see, the early monsters are more or less the same generic stuff you probably encountered early on. think how it works is anything can spawn in infinite dungeons, so you can have any type of monsters to basically spawn in these dungeons. Nice. And yes, they have vaults too. This looks like the Spire Vault. Okay, these guys can be a little bit tough, but whatever. Oh, that's bad. I just got zapped into the room. I don't have a teleport ability, so that's bad. This might be it for me early on. I'm not dead yet. Basically enough. I'll note that what's killing me is basically stuff like poison and such. Or wasting. Apparently I'm wasting, of all things. Well, it died. So, you know, there's like, you know, a couple runs into the infinite dungeon. Alright, well, let's try this one more time. You basically have to find yourself a good, like, you know, vibe and basically how to play this, you know, type of game. And I guess that's fine for starting out. Oops, no. Use you, put you over here. Well, I instantly died coming in, that's fun. As you can see, it's very random. It's not really balanced for, like, you know, any sort of, like, you know, type of play. Alright, there we go. And this is what I forgot to do. Yes. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, activate flame for now. Alright, well, first level. Let's sort of go for a more spellcastery approach for now. And yeah, let's go for more spellcastery. Yeah, what's happening is that the monsters I'm fighting, some of them are really tough, as you can see. That's not the right move to make. Go here. Go for a little dirty fight on this guy, so he slows down a little bit. So I'll note, by the way, just sort of like early and on in the game, this is probably going to expect to be a little bit tougher. I don't think it remains tough. It gets a little bit easier as you move on. Because some of these guys I'm fighting right now, they're like level 1 or just naturally tough monsters to fight. Oh, of course, there's stuff around me. So like this. And apparently I got myself a ability for my gloves. Interesting. I'll put this right here so I make use of it. You know, I'm not sure, but I think the monster types that spawn they might try, you know, kind of be like the fire portal in that, you know, the monsters that may spawn might be very random. So I might be getting a certain type of monster more so than other types. So in this case, we're getting lots of saber-tooth and cat-type monsters. That's kind of scary to look at. There's another level, though. Let's get phase door so I can get out of trouble if I need to. Bit more flame. Bit more magic. And we'll put this over here for now. I'm not really a big fan of phase door, but you know, it works early on to basically get you out of trouble if you need to. Elven Archer. A skeleton Magnus. So this skeleton has been imbued with far more magical energy than normal and serves as a conduit of his master's spellcasting prowess. Interesting. Why the hell is it level 11 right now? Well, cool, it got stunned. There goes that one. Thanks, Squid. Of course I got blinded. And you got Burning Wake and Wildfire already, apparently. Pyromancer. Alright, what help hit me there? You might have block, which is a thing to worry about. I assume this guy's probably somewhat resistant to fire. He doesn't have any effect resistance apparently. Ow. Arcane Destruction. So that got painful really quick. We'll wait from this guy for now. Of course there's stuff in front of me. Whoops, I missed. Yep, I have a good tendency to miss sometimes, don't I? Damn, he's only got like 14 HP, but you know, these things are hard to hit sometimes. Activate this for now. Oh, good, we got it. Well, there's a monster room. We got ourselves another vault over here on the first level of the dungeon. Seriously, a fireworm spawned? Okay. Yeah, I don't stand a chance against that. So that's something to say about the vaults. You want to be very careful with the vaults, obviously. Well, let's try this one more time. I want to see if I can get down at least a few levels before dying like that horribly. I'll note that the Infinite Dungeon is not like, the main campaign, so it's not exactly balanced or anything. This is part of the reason I'm having difficulty. It's because it isn't balanced. If it was balanced, this would be a different story, but whatever. And let's go for my description again. It's nice they basically have access to this, like, early inscription now. I wonder when you get to a new chapter. If you get to a new chapter. There's a level. It's too bad you don't have the ability to get like the arcane eye on like the arcane mage. That'd be possibly useful. Let's continue on. Alright, another vault. I see lava, which is probably a good indication not to be in here. Yeah, look at that. There's a Buffleton. Well, if it's not going to come out, I'm just going to run away. Try and find the stairs, where the hell it is. There it is. So I think part of this game is going to be about, avoiding the vaults unless I think I'm actually capable of doing it, so... I need armor training for this. Armor training! Let's get rid of all that stuff. Yoink. Something I really don't like is the fact that it's dark. It's really dark in this dungeon. You get that. Let's get this. Let me get some more strength. Attempt to get this up so I can control phase doors at level 4. Oh, he killed that guy. And yeah, I noticed that my friends is online, so I'm just going to turn this off for now. Of course, there's a snake right there. And a dragon right there. Why are dragons tough? Well, that one's dead. Of course he did. Alright, so these guys are level 8, which is why they're kicking my ass so much. So this does feel like a lot more like a roguelike, genuine roguelike, where you basically run into a dungeon and it's like, oh god, why is it hurting me so damn much? Oh good, level up. There we go, I made it to level 4. Let's get more flame, I guess. What am I getting to level 5 for the beam? Let's get teleport, because that might be useful. Now, I'm not sure you saw it, but yes, icy floor. Target's walking on icy floor, increasing movement speed by 20%, providing 20% cold damage, piercing, and 30% stun immunity. So, icy floor. See, I have like these, like, area effect type of things in play that I have to be careful of. Damn it, another room with stuff in it. Look at that, it's level 20. So you really have to be careful what pops out of these dungeons. He hits me for 89 physical damage, this guy, automatically. Of course, he blocked too, which is why it hurts so much. Burn. You felt the burn. Crap, this guy came right back. Alright, so this guy does naturally hit really hard, which is why he's hurting me so damn much. I am hurting him over time, but as you can see, it's a tedious process of wearing him down. Oh god. Well, I guess you start off with a pickaxe. That's good. About to say, be horrible if I don't have one. Ow. Alright, there goes that guy. Get a little bit of experience for killing him. That's basically the entire reason I kept fighting, is just to kill that one thing. I wish I could get like a bigger map of this. I think you can. Yeah, there we go. Tab. Well, whatever. Let's build this, and this, and this. Actually, I can build this other stuff too now. I don't care about this anymore, I don't think. What level am I on now? I don't think it really tells you what floor you're on either in this type of mode, or it doesn't really give it. It basically tells you your character level. It doesn't really tell you much else other than that. Lag, lag, lag. Alright, let's see here. Let's go like this. Get that to 5. I'll get to the end of this dungeon and I'll say that'll be it for the first level. Oh, stone skin, okay. Pow, pow, pow. There's a bone rat. I do see a vault to, to below me there. Another vault. Alright, so here's like this type of vault here. So like there's really no rhyme or reason to how like the vaults work, so yeah, I'm gonna avoid vaults until I'm like much stronger, I think. None of that interests me. And let's say that'll be it for the first episode. So I'll see how the infinite dungeon works. I assume there'll be many a death because, it's going to be a lot more, yet another stupid death mode type of thing. We'll see how it goes, though. For now, take care.